The UFL exploring a big licensing deal for a video game? We've got some exclusive information for you today, and it is very interesting to say the least because I feel like we're at still baby step one with the UFL and all this revamping and everything. And now we're hearing that over the last couple months that the UFL has been reaching out to multiple video game companies to get a video game in progress. I don't know how I feel about this, but let's talk about it because none other than Insider Gaming posted a story 2 days ago, and quite frankly, it just started making its way around social media yesterday afternoon into this morning. And I had to find out where the source came from because originally, Awful Announcing on X had posted about this, but there was no story connected. And I'm like, I need some more information before we actually post a video because it was more in the realm of a rumor than anything connected to an actual story. So I'm like, I'm not posting a video about that. But now we've got the official story from Insider Gaming, and they are talking about the United Football League has had preliminary talks to license out its logos, uniforms, and branding for a video game, at least two companies about a video game opportunity. Let's talk about this from Michael Straw with Insider Gaming. Exclusive, UFL exploring possibility of official video game. Another professional football league could be making its way to video games. Insider Gaming has learned that the United Football League, the UFL, has had preliminary talks to license out its logos, uniforms, and branding. Sources with knowledge of the talks say that the UFL has had talks with at least two companies about a video game opportunities. Insider Gaming has learned of those companies, but to protect the sources who weren't authorized to speak about the talks won't be made public at this time. These talks, they say, have been going on for months as the UFL is looking at new ways to expand their reach. The league is currently undergoing some major changes as they let go of all 8 of their team general managers and relocated 4 of their 8 teams this fall to new markets. So it actually is not correct. It was only 3. They probably got that information from the older reports that talked about the 4 of the 8 teams. As far as the UFL video game, it wasn't clear if these talks also involve players. Should it move forward, the players would likely need a separate deal, which again, this could be all part of a new collective bargaining agreement with the UFPA, or if they do something completely different after the 2026 season, like we've talked about the last few days, with that collective bargaining agreement, and what that could mean for the league when it means rosters and this reorganization of the league being more centralized to a 100-mile radius of locations of the teams and stuff like that. But they said as far as the UFL video game, it wasn't clear if these talks also, I already read that. But it says a source familiar with the discussion said any potential announcement remains some time away if it happens at all. Although the talks have been described as positive, they are not believed to be close to completion, according to individuals who spoke with Insider Gaming. When reached for this story, the UFL declined to comment, citing league policy, which is funny, because anytime things get brought up and are questioned, that's usually most of the time are true. This is a statement the league always gives. They will not comment if it's not true. There's no comment, no one responds to any questions or anything when there's false rumors out there. They said our policy is that we don't talk about any of our business conversations or negotiations, a spokesperson for the league said. Again, that's the end of the article, but I still feel this is a very early situation that we should not be getting a video game for the league for another, I would almost want to say, maybe 4 to 5 years, if not longer. They need to actually get this league 100% in the realm of surviving, have more teams, unless these talks are to give the authorization for all the prior teams that were put on hold, relocated franchises like the Brahmas, even the Orlando Guardians. I know they're now, or New York Guardians, and include those XFL 2020 teams, USFL 2023 and 2020, or 2022 and 2023 teams that aren't part of the UFL now. If they were going to include all those, and maybe like prior players of those teams, like Vegas Vipers, things like that, that could be really cool. But I think this is a very interesting thing when they do talk about in the overall process that the league itself is exploring new ways to expand their reach. And I think that's something that Mike Rapoli has been pretty fond about and wanting to do, is to get the league out there in different ways. Now, of course, in my opinion, this would be a great way to do it. And quite frankly, there's a video game company out there that actually tried to have conversation with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Danny Garcia, and about a XFL football game. And that, of course, is none other than Maximum Football, which is a free-to-platform. I believe it's Maximum Football. It's a free-to-play software on PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox, and they had talked about potentially getting the licensing for the XFL back then. There's, again, two video companies that are in talks. Now, Maximum Football has been designing their game for a couple of years now. They've uploaded different steps through the process that you can play. Currently, right now, they recently just uploaded the dynamic kickoff, or AKA the XFL kickoff, into their game, and trying to get more likenesses and things like that for their video games. So this would be a perfect opportunity for the league to already have a football game that's out there to the public. It doesn't cost money, but they could run a package where it's like, here's $20 or $30 for the UFL package, and you get the uniforms, the players, potentially if they can get the licensing for the stadiums that they play in and things like that, and kind of build off of that, compared to like a game like EA, or a gaming company like EA Sports, who has Madden and has that hold basically, or lock on American football in the United States for the NFL, where EA Sports can be the only team or only franchise. Now, of course, the other big one could be 2K Sports. A lot of people have wanted the NFL to break that contract, that long-term contract with EA, to allow 2K Sports back into the football realm of things, and that just hasn't happened. This could be another great video game company for the UFL to develop a game that would be absolutely amazing and get another football game out there, because obviously we know EA Sports also brought back a couple years back the NCAA football series. Both of those, Madden and NCAA, also started doing custom teams, custom uploads and stuff like that. And we've all played. I've played. I, on my previous channel, was doing some videos for that too, where bringing back old XFL teams or the current UFL rosters and doing all that type of stuff, where this could be an actual game for the league. Again, I would almost go towards Maximum Football because it's a platform that's already built that they can integrate the UFL property into it. Because what's interesting is how that from Insider Gaming is talking about how they're looking to essentially license out its logos, uniforms, and branding. To me, that would be more of a sense of like something that's already there instead of a platform from the ground up, which Maximum Football would be the perfect scenario for that. Again, 2K Sports could have something in the background that they've worked on for football or another football game that we don't know about that the league could end up selling their rights to, and that becomes the UFL video game for 2K Sports. There's a lot of factors that could happen here, but I'll tell you right now, I am absolutely excited to hear this. I think it'd be fun, but again, we do need more teams. You can't have a video game with 8 teams on it, and that's all you can play. Like, that would get old very quickly, and depending if they're able to get the licensing for the player likenesses and names and stuff like that, there's a lot of work that's got to go into a video game overall for it to be successful, where it's not a one-hit wonder, kind of like AEW Pro Wrestling had their video game, and that game was literally a one-hit wonder that they didn't make a sequel to, or they don't plan on making a sequel to. So we don't want that, but we also don't need a UFL game every year like Madden has done with the NFL, and it's just at this point basically a copy and paste, and some new features are added here and there. We want a game that can be evaluated at times, updated, things like that. And that's why when I look at things, Maximum Football is that platform, that gaming company and everything like that, that really actually does that and has been doing that for years under their platform. So again, if you want to check out maxfootballgame.com, you can also search on Xbox and PlayStation Store for Maximum Football. I would check it out. It's absolutely awesome. They're always updating it. Could this be the place that the UFL is calling home for a football game to get their reach out there to more customers, more clients, more fans of football, to get into that scene of being well known, to build up marketing and things like that? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And of course, thank you to our subscribers as normal that continue to support this channel through the membership package. The Mr. Lupe Lion 17, Mitchell Still, and Steven Johnson. Thank you again. I thank you in every video and will continue. But you can subscribe to the channel for free by hitting the subscribe button below. Hit the notification button as well. That'll let you know. YouTube will notify you when I upload new videos, so you are up to date on the UFL news and my perspective of the United Football League. We'll see you back here on the flip side. Have a great one, everyone.